Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, beautiful people? Happy Truthful Tuesday. It's your boy, Sean Sugar Martin, with another episode of SRDaily. You're tuned into episode 630. Episode 630 on this beautiful, bright, blessed May 19th. May 19th is a very special day. Many people know it as Malcolm X's birthday, which it is. Happy birthday, Malcolm X. I think this is 101, 102 for Malcolm. Definitely one of the heroes of the world, right? Specifically of Black people. Definitely one of my heroes. Definitely, learned a lot from learning about him. But it's also my aunt's birthday, man. My aunt Edie, Emily Blake, born May 19th, 1933 in Atlanta, Georgia. Went through a lot in her life, man. A lot of racism, a lot of bigotry and discrimination, from being a little girl growing up in Atlanta to being a young woman and becoming a married woman and an older woman living in New York. But absolutely incredible woman, man. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. She was incredible. She is incredible. She transitioned a couple of years ago. This will be her 93rd birthday. She transitioned in 2023, November 14th, 2023, man. 90 years old, 90 years of age. I got a lot from her, man. I got a lot from her. She was the first person that I know personally, consciously, that I could remember that was fast. Right, took that fast and prayer thing seriously, especially when loved ones were in trouble. Right, a lot of her nephews and nieces got in trouble, man. I was in trouble. My older brother Anthony, who transitioned, was in trouble. Older sister Bunny, who transitioned, was in trouble. We all did prison time. They did more than me. Anthony did more than all of us. Bunny did a lot of time. Bunny's son, my nephew Pidu, older than me, he did time. Had some cousins that did some time, and my aunt, she would fast and pray, right? She would fast and pray, and I didn't know, at the time until later when she told me, because I'll be over there sometimes. Why you not eating? And she would say something. But yeah, man, shout out to my aunt, my big mama, my aunt Edie. When she transitioned at her funeral, I said that she was our Christ, right? She was our savior, our family savior. She kept things together. Especially after my dad transitioned, man, she kept the family business together. She kept relationships, right, stable. She showed up for all of us. We was in trouble at court, prison visits. Visited me regularly, visited my older brother regularly, visited my sister regularly when she was going through her stuff, man. Raised all of us at some point have lived in her house, right out in Long Island. Shout out to my aunt, man. Shout out to Big Mama. Her spirit definitely lives inside of me. Definitely got her Big Mama tatted on my right wrist. Right. Yeah, man. That's my baby, man. We had an incredible relationship. Right. And just like any incredible relationship, you go through some things, right? There was definitely 2 years where we did not speak to each other. I thought she was mad at me. Well, she was mad at me. I was mad at her. All right, and 2 years went by without us speaking. And we started speaking again when my sister transitioned, Bunny, right? I saw Bunny transitioned on Facebook, and immediately I called my aunt. And man, sorry, I just read about Bunny. Where's everybody at? And I rushed over there to be with my family. And initially, of course, it was nothing ever happened. And then we got to talk about our fallout, right? It was very real. More imagined than real, but real feelings. She was upset at me abruptly ceasing communication, and not being there when she first was diagnosed with cancer and all of that stuff. And I was hurt by her telling me I should stay in Vegas with the priest of Ifa, right? And our family is Christian, and if I want to be with the priest of Ifa and this other, all these names that she gave that spiritual system, then I need to stay away. And that's what I did, right? I took her words and I was hurt. She hung up the phone on me when I was in Vegas, right? I was devastated because I'm growing, and I thought that like 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 your nephew is learning this stuff, and I've got a lot of this stuff from going to church with you, and I just went a little deeper. I read the Bible on my own, questioned on my own, went and explored and learned. I was like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is the truth I found. Inspired by you taking me to church, right? I did the things. I got the baptism when I came out of prison and went to church with you. I did all of the things, and it was all fine. In the moment, even before I went and studied with the priest at Ifa, I would one of my young brothers who became like a student, became a student of mine, Michael Raven, when he aborted his life mission, so to speak, right? So they don't TikTok don't flag me, right? When he aborted his life mission, you know what I mean? In 2013, I was already growing, in my spirituality, already becoming a little more tuned in, and I vividly remember in the basement, right, her basement where I was renting and living. I did a ritual. I think I had four candles, right? The four directions, north, south, east, west. Had some water in the middle, and I had a couple of pictures of Michael Raven, right? And I was, just doing a ritual, man, and sending love to his spirit, and communicate with his spirit because he was a powerful young brother. He was one of the winners of our Being Black in America essay exhibition in 2013. My aunt said, and I think he wrote one of the best essays, probably the best essay out of the couple of hundred of submissions that we got throughout the city. All right, we had 5 winners. All right, one from each borough. We did nobody from Staten Island actually submitted, so we had 2 winners from Manhattan. Right, Michael Raven was phenomenal, man, and so yeah, I remember vividly when he transitioned, right, when he aborted his life mission, and I was doing a seance, and she had a big problem with that. Like I was burning some sage, right, and it was a big thing, right? Like don't be doing all that stuff, calling all these spirits in my house. I'm like, whoa, like baby, like you talk about eating the body of Jesus and drinking the blood, like I'm like, what do you? And I started, and then I remember it was another big thing. When I became vegan and I stopped eating meat and dairy and all of that stuff, and my nephew, my great nephew, my nephew Kendall, his first son, Kamir, shout out to Kamir, he has a birthday coming up, May 31st. He will be 26. Oh, 26, 2000, May 31st. Man, birthday. Shout out to my nephew, my boy, man, he's a freaking scientist. That guy's amazing. But I remember he was asking questions, why I'm not eating meat anymore, why all of this stuff. And I would tell him, and he was like, all right, I'm not eating meat no more neither. And I was like, great, you shouldn't. Right. And he was with it. And I think one day I wasn't there and it was dinner time. And he told my aunt he wasn't eating that stuff. Right. And when I came in, man, she let me have it. Why are you telling the boy that this stuff is bad? That we've been eating this all our life. And I was like, well, I mean, this is what I learned. He asked me a question. I'm sharing with him what I learned. And I said something a little sarcastic. I was like, "You've been eating all our life, and everybody's dying from the same illnesses, cancer, diabetes. Like, don't you think we should make a change?" And she ain't like that, and so we had a few blow-ups, right? But I'm so grateful that we were able to put that stuff behind us. And from 2016, when we reconnected when my sister transitioned, until 2023, right? And we had an incredible relationship before that, right? We had a few hiccups. Right, specifically going back to it was from like 2012, right, to like 2016. It was 2 years specifically of no communication, and 2 years prior to that, it was when I became vegan, and then the thing in Vegas, right? It was some, but from 2016 to 2023, our relationship absolutely. It was like nothing ever happened, man. We were meeting up at our spot. We would go to I forgot the burger joint on Hempstead Turnpike. She lived in Hempstead. It was a burger joint on Hempstead Turnpike we used to go to. They used to have my veggie burger. I would get my sweet potato fries. She would get her burger. She was the aunt. She always have the sauce in her bag. All right, go in her bag. She got her special sauce that she I need my sauce. All right. I think that might be where I get my love of making sauces from. But yeah, man, shout out to my aunt, man. Shout out to my big mama. You are loved. Your spirit is still here. You taught us a lot. You gave us a lot, man. You gave me a lot. You taught me a lot. I got a lot from you. And I'm grateful for your life. I'm grateful that you were my aunt. And as I've told many people before, she was more like my mama than my aunt. And then showing up at every court date, man. And even deeper than that, just the conversation that we would be able to have about girls and about my friends and about family, right? And family drama and expectations and all of the stuff, man. And me being able to talk about my relationship with my mother, right? So she's my dad's sister. Me being able to talk about my relationship with my mother, right? And how tough that was. And me being able to talk about my dad transitioning and how that impacted me, even especially because I could never really talk about that with my mother, especially back then, because she didn't heal, and so she was still impacted. And so whenever I really want to get into how my dad's transition impacted me as an 11-year-old boy, my mother didn't want to hear it, but I was always able to talk to my aunt about it, man. So yeah, shout out to Big Mama. I love you. I miss you. I appreciate you. And I'm grateful for your spirit. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening to that rant, for being with me. Mona Love, what's up, baby? What's going on, baby girl? Mona Love on the check-in. Happy birthday, Big Mama. Yeah, she would have loved you. You would have loved her. Absolutely, you would have loved her, man. Like, she was quintessential, classic, old school black woman. All right, take care of family. Similar to you, right? That mama bear energy, 100%. She was a thug. She was a thug. That woman was incredible. I got an interview that me and my brother did with her in 2020. Haven't released it yet. I think I got it on my laptop. I had to move some stuff around. I might have put it on my hard drive, which I might have left at home. But I'm gonna see if I can release it this month, man. Short 20-minute interview, but powerful. Talked about some stuff that happened in the South when she was a child with family and some racists. Talked about how my uncle Early was a fake pastor. Right, my dad became a real preacher, a real pastor. My Uncle Early, when they was still living in Georgia, became a fake pastor. She said, she said the ladies was like they saw their mother, my grandmother. It was like, oh, your son Early, he's such a great preacher. She was like, what? Like, yeah, he down at the church, been preaching the last couple of weeks. Supposed to come back next week. She said, what? He been doing what? He was a con artist. She said she got on him. My aunt tells a story in the interview. Said my grandmother. Their mother got on my Uncle Early, right, my aunt's brother. They told him, don't be lying to those people down at the church. And so she said he went and got a wooden stick and tied to his leg under his jeans, under his pants. So he acted like he broke his leg and he couldn't walk, so he couldn't go to church and preach the next week. Yo, man, the stories we used to share. Oh, man. Yeah, shout out to my big mama, man. Shout out to my aunt. This light is... This lighting looks a little crazy. Anyway, but let's get to the show, man. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, Sean Sugar Ray Marson. This is episode 630. Episode 630 on this beautiful, bright May 19th, 2026, man. Here live from Miami Beach. Just came in from the beach, man. Beautiful morning. Beautiful morning, man. It's wavy out there, literally. It's fucking beautiful though, man. I would absolutely live on Miami Beach. Like this is my type of vibe, right? I would absolutely live here. And I thought about it a few years ago, and again, as I mentioned, there was some serious life changes that happened around that time, and so, right, we're still in New York, and there's been more changes, and there's been beautiful changes, challenging, but ultimately beautiful. And we're gonna make some adjustments and we're gonna figure some things out. But I will absolutely get a place down here. But let's pull these notes up, man. Let's get to the show. Let's run through this thing. We got about 14 minutes left for the show, man. I'm gonna start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is a word of the day. Today's word of the day is inspired by a movie that Kimona and I watched last night. The word of the day is solace. Solace. S-O-L-A-C-E. Solace means comfort or consolation in a time of distress, sadness, or anxiety. It is the relief you feel when someone or something helps you cope with grief or misfortune. Some common examples. Listen to this shit. This shit is powerful shit, man. Some common examples. You can find solace, right? And an example sentence is she found solace in her art after the loss of her dog. And you can provide solace. His kind words brought great solace to the grieving family, right? Something that I do. Right, I found solace and I provide solace. All right. Let's read it one more time. Today's word of the day is solace. Solace means comfort or consolation in a time of distress, sadness, or anxiety. It is the relief you feel. It is the relief you feel when someone or something helps you cope with grief or misfortune. Some common examples: finding solace. Example: she found solace in her art after the loss of her dog. You can find solace in dancing. You can find solace on the beach. Find solace in a friend. You can provide solace. His kind words brought great solace to the grieving family. You can provide solace with your words, with your presence, with a gift maybe, right? Now, extremely important word and concept to understand, overstand, understand. As the common examples highlight, you can both find solace and or you can provide solace. It can get tricky though. Again, this is inspired by a movie we watched last night with Anthony Hopkins, I think James Dean something, and Colin Farrell, right? Deep and heavy concept. And I'm going to give it. People were sick. People were terminally ill, dying. And a psychic took their life quickly, painlessly. And he was, of course, considered a serial killer. Took a lot of lives. This movie was fucking incredible, man. If you haven't seen Solace, check it out. It is on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime. It was really, 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 really good. We both thoroughly enjoyed it. I would absolutely watch it again. I'm sure there's some stuff I could pick up, some more stuff I could pick up from watching it. It was an incredible movie. That's the word of the day, inspired by that movie that we watched. Said food, peace, and love. Happy Malcolm Day. Yes. Happy Big Mama Day as well, my brother. If you missed it, it's also my aunt's birthday. All right, my aunt is incredible, was an absolutely, giant in this world. All right, and that's how families keep their family name and legacy alive, right? Clearly, there are those who were beloved by millions, and then there are those who maybe were beloved by only their family, or a couple hundred or a couple thousand. But yeah, every time somebody says Happy Malcolm Day, especially on this day, I'm gonna remind them, yes, absolutely, Happy Malcolm Day and Happy Big Mama Day, right? Happy Big Mama Day, because people need to know about Big Mama's impact, which is why I need to put the interview out, which is why I need to actually, I started a lot of things, right, that I haven't finished yet. I finished a lot, but I started the book, right, because she was a powerful woman, man. But let's go to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment, of course, is our news of the day. Today's news is, I guess, some good news, right? It is some good news. Baltimore, our beloved city of Baltimore, a city I love, right? I fucking love Baltimore. Baltimore, Charm City, right? I think Baltimore is called Charm City. Sees a 50-year low in homicides. 50-year low in homicides. And this is major because at one point, if I'm not mistaken, Baltimore was the murder capital of the world. There was a lot of, when I was younger, a lot of shit going on in Baltimore. You did not want to be caught in Baltimore. The houses, Baltimore is a beautiful city. It's a challenging city with many challenges, of course. But yeah, it's good to see this. It's good to see this news, to know this news, and to know that even though things are crazy in the world, and still probably some crazy stuff happening in Baltimore, and clearly all around, there's a lot of craziness happening. As craziness is always happening, there are people, there are organizations, there are cities, and there are spaces that are making extreme progress, right? Let's read this article on the CBS News website, and let us talk about it. Let us talk about Be More. Let's talk about Baltimore. So Baltimore, this is from May 1st, 2026. Baltimore saw its fewest monthly homicides since at least 1970, with only 4 cases reported in April. It comes as the city continues to record considerable declines in violent crime, experiencing the safest period in more than 50 years. As of May 1st, the city recorded 33 homicides and 89 non-fatal shootings so far this year, compared to 37 homicides and 101 non-fatal shootings this time last year. This represents a 10.8% increase in homicides and an 10.8% decrease in homicides and an 11.9% drop in non-fatal shootings. The mayor has attributed much of the city's crime progress to the Group Violence Reduction Strategy, GVRS, a partnership between police, the mayor's office, and prosecutors. This is historic and hard-fought progress, but our work is not done. Shout out to Brandon Scott, right? He said that any life lost to violence in our city is one too many. As of April 30th, the GRSV, the Gun Violence Reduction Strategy, has led to over 640 arrests and connected more than 376 people with resources since it was first launched in 2022. The city has expanded the program to several more neighborhoods since then, including in South Baltimore in July of last year, 2025. This record low is an achievement that belongs to every engaged Baltimorean who shows up for their community, said Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates. It is a sign of what is possible when we work together with purpose, but it is not the finish line. It's definitely not the finish line, right? Because we could do a lot better, and we will do a lot better. And shout out to the progress being made. As of April 25th, Baltimore police have seized more than 626 firearms this year, including 64 ghost guns, and made nearly 407 gun arrests, according to data from the mayor's office. Some nonviolent crimes are also down, data shows. Carjackings are down 38%, burglaries are down 17%, auto thefts are down 11%, and robberies are down 16% compared to last year. Shout out to Baltimore, man. Definitely one of the cities I love. I did a book signing of Dear Usha out there a few years back. Got a lot of love in Baltimore, man. Got some few childhood friends actually moved to Baltimore years ago. Got some new friends who live in Baltimore, man. Shout out to my boy Poet Deep. Poet Deep is an incredible artist, incredible dad, incredible man, incredible brother. Poet Deep, shout out to that brother. I got a few other friends down there, man. In B-more, I'm over here sweating. I'm looking at my sweat beads dripping. All right, but let's go to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, our tip of the day. Today's tip is to listen closely to your spirit. Listen closely to your spirit. Always go with what your spirit is calling you to do. It will not always make sense. It won't always be comfortable or feel good, but it'll always reveal something necessary or bring you closer to something desirable, at least in the long run, right? It'll bring you closer in the long run immediately. It will feel like, why am I doing this? Why is this happening? What's going on here? Why am I here? But in the long run, you'll see that when you that path that you took, when you were following your spirit, it brought you closer to something that you've always wanted, right? So this is golden, again, especially when you understand fully that spirit is Lord, God, universe, right? Energy from the invisible realm guiding you towards a specific space. Your spirit is guiding you. Your spirit is inside of you. It is also outside of you and exists all around you, right? Spirit is Lord. Lord is spirit. Spirit is God. Is the Most High. Is the Creator. Is energy from the invisible realm, right? The universe, whatever you want to fucking call it, however you want to call it. Trust that guidance and intuition. We all got it. It's inside of all of us. Some of us are a little more tapped in than others, but everybody can get tapped in as deep as they want to be tapped in. And to get tapped in, really, you just gotta like be aware, pay attention, take heed, right? Do some fasting, do some prayer, right? These phones, this freaking light just be like, I gotta figure out why it doesn't, how to fix that. I don't like when it makes the light adjustment. Keep my shit bright, right? But yeah, man, trust that guidance, trust that intuition, follow your spirit. Again, it won't always feel good. It won't always be comfortable, right? I will say that in 2003, when I got hit up, right, I was following my spirit. Although my intuition, right, my gut feeling was telling me to leave the neighborhood, I stayed. Alignment, spirit, mind, heart, and although something tragic happened, something painful happened, I'm still here, and it just sent me on the path later on, right? Even when I got married 2 weeks before getting married. My mind said, don't do it. I spoke to my ex-wife, who was my fiance at the time. I was like, I don't want to get married. We had a conversation about it. I went through with it, right? Clearly, that was 2015. That was 2015 April, 2016 November, we had a baby. 2017 January, we split up, and we have not been back together since. We divorced officially in 2019, 2020, one of those years. And many of you know what the situation is now. However, I followed my spirit, and it did not always feel good. But what I gained from it, right? What I gained in the long run, having a daughter, being connected to my son through that marriage, right? And just the wisdom that I got from it, that made me such a better man, a better father, like from the fall apart, right? I'm a better man now. I'm a better dad now. I'm a better partner now, right? To my current fiance, right? Like I'm so much better and greater and wiser and sharper because of that, right? So yeah, I definitely gained something in the long run, right? Fourth and final segment of the day, man. Our build of the day. Today's build is meditation does not always look the same. Not for every person, and not for each person every time. Sometimes meditation will be sitting in silence with your legs crossed. Sometimes it will be laying down with your hand on your stomach. Other times it could be writing, right? Dancing, walking, many forms of meditation. Some people lean more towards one style, and others incorporate many styles, using a different one whenever spirit calls. Again, listening to your spirit. This is perfectly fine and actually very healthy. Things change. And wisdom, great wisdom, is being able to flow with those changes and not being so rigid, right, that a thing has to look a certain way. Life is always testing you. It's always testing you. Like, are you really who you say you are? Right? Are you really as great as you say you are? Do you fully understand that God is always with you? And so this morning, my meditation looked like sitting on the beach, playing my sound bowl for a little bit, right? Definitely played the sound bowl on the beach. Wrote in my journal for the first time in 11 days. There's no coincidences. 11 days. Today's my aunt's birthday. I was 11 years old when my dad transitioned. What does it all mean? I don't know. Could be nothing. Could be everything. Today, Malcolm X 101, right? 1011111, right? Again, what could it mean? I don't know. It could mean nothing, but everything has a meaning, all right? Everything has a meaning, man. And so, yeah, man, follow your spirit. And even the books that I brought to the beach, I brought my journal that Mona got me for the 50 Days of Divine Discipline. I brought my book of Psalms, right? Something told me to bring that book. Why did I bring that book? I don't know. Something told me to bring it. In my sound bowl. What colors are they? They're all blue with yellow. There's no fucking coincidences, man. They're all, every book that I brought today, 3 books, blue and yellow. Blue with yellow writing. Well, 2 books in my sound bowl, the cushion that the sound bowl sits on, rather, is blue and yellow. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that a motherfucking cow will fall out the fucking sky, right? I believe that a dragon will come from the fucking middle of the earth before I would say that something is a coincidence. In my humble opinion, in my perspective, every single thing is divine. Nothing happens by chance. Every single thing that happens is divinely aligned. And yeah, that's how I perceive it, right? And that's based on not just my own understanding. That's based on what I've learned, reading, listening to people, studying, questioning. It's not something that I just came up with and said, oh, all this shit is connected. No, I've read, I've studied, I've listened to a lot of people talk, a lot of great spiritual teachers, a lot of people who would not be considered spiritual teachers, but maybe scientists, maybe artists, maybe I've listened and I've read a lot of shit. I've read a lot of books, different types of books. There are people who read one type of book. Cool, right? I've read a lot of books, a lot of shit, spirituality, religion, science, freaking different types of sciences, poetry, art, medical shit, fucking health shit, so many different things, fucking nature and agriculture. And I've studied a lot of different things, a lot of study in my life. My 42 years, I've studied a lot, I've observed a lot, and I would say that every single thing is connected down to the colors that you wear. Right, yesterday I had a blue and black outfit on, short set with some filas that I haven't worn in like 6 years, fila sandals that I haven't worn like 6 years. While we go walk on the beach, the lifeguard station is the exact colors of my fucking sandals in my outfit. And I'm gonna post a picture so you guys can see what made me wear that yesterday. What made me bring that outfit? I had many other outfits I could have brought. Outfits that I could have wore yesterday. I wore that one when we walked for the sunset beach sunset walk and went to the motherfucking lifeguard station with no lifeguard on duty because it's evening, right? It's sunset. So yeah, man, no coincidences, all is divine. And that's our show for today. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. I'm feeling real great, real excited, real powerful. The energy of Malcolm, the energy of my aunt is strong with me today. I love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. This is episode 630 of SRDaily. We are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Please be sure to tune in tomorrow. Tell a friend and tell a friend, 9 a.m. to 9:30, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course, TikTok Live. Tune in, show some love, tap in, let's build. There's a lot of things we're gonna be putting together in June. The energy is Gemini season. Every Gemini season tomorrow. Every Gemini season. I'm not a Gemini, but every Gemini season, my energy seems to ramp up. Summertime, right? I'm a end of winter, right? Beginning of spring, baby. Pisces, March 14th, Pi Day with Gemini. In 3 months, it's like let's go up. So yeah, we're gonna go up, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful motherfucking day. Somebody said on TikTok, wrote and published 3 self-help books on Amazon. Oh, dope, 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 dope. Send me the links. Let's check them out. Let me check them out. See what you got. Andre's creation. Fire, fire, fire. Yo, listen, man. Love you guys. Beautiful day. Enjoy the rest of the week. Keep Malcolm close. Keep my aunt close. You know what I mean? Keep my aunt close, man. You know what I mean? Don't forget, brother. You know what I mean? But yo, listen. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up! Ah! I ain't had this energy a couple weeks ago. We back. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love.